All right, all right, all right. Let me shout out to the King. He should be coming back this week. It's another week of Mother Talks. It's a safe place for keeping the player, where we keep it kosher every time, all the time. It's another week of the boys. The boys are back in town. The gang's back in town. The dynamic duo, you know what I'm saying? Kung Lao and Liu Kang, you know what I'm
I'm Kung
saying?
Lao.
Nah, fam, that's my nigga, son. Don't do that.
What are you talking about? I'm even.
I had the game. I play with Kung Lao all the time. That's my automatic player on Mortal Kombat.
I'm not Luke. Well, listen, I would be Liu Kang, but I wouldn't be, since we getting right into it. I would be, if you didn't see Mortal Kombat, the new joint, I would be Liu Kang, but I wouldn't be, I don't want to be this Liu Kang. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's the softer version.
He was very soft.
And he was not as like, pause, he wasn't as built.
Yeah, he was a small little guy. Like Liu Kang's supposed to be like low-key brolic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This dude, the dude was cut, but he wasn't like brolic. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't brolic. And even the first Liu Kang wasn't brolic, but he was at least looked like he was over 5'9". This Liu Kang looked like 5.
Yeah. And he looked like the old one. Looked like he was like maybe like 185. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. No, this Liu Kang was 165. I'd rather be Kano on some real shit.
Hey, yo, we'll get into that, but he was a star. We'll get into that. But how's your week been? How's life, man? You know, life treating you good?
Week was good. Went to Firebird for the first time.
Oh, big money.
That shit ain't big money. The check was a step up, you know? It wasn't like chain restaurant. It was a step up. When that bill came back, and I was expecting it, you know, I was like, okay, this is gonna be. Did a nigga order some Riesling? They had a wine recommendations and shit. So
you don't have to say the price. I'm just gonna throw out ballparks, and you could just say, tell me the ballpark. You gotta tell the exact price.
All right, so it was 3 people. Imagine 3 people.
3 people.
One wine glass per person. Okay. How much do you think it was total?
Appetizers?
No appetizers.
Okay. I assume somebody has steak.
It is Firebird. Firebird.
I assume people have steak, and I mean, I'm really assuming somebody had surf and turf, but that might be off right there.
No one. There was seafood, but no surf and turf.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the 150 to 175 range.
You just missed it. It was $140.
Okay, that's a good bill.
That's a good bill, and it was
No, 140 for the bill. How much did you tip?
Okay, so that's plus the tip. So it was 120 plus tip. I did 20% tip. You know what I'm saying? So it was around 145 altogether.
Okay, that's good. That's a good night.
It was a good night. But listen, when I tell you the wine, this Riesling, bro, this was the best Riesling I've ever tasted. I should have got what bottle it was. Mm. The food, I ended up getting the seafood pasta. It was a cheat day, my second cheat day. I had to do it. So I had scallops.
It was the first time you was there. You gotta try something.
Yeah, and then I had the potatoes au gratin. If anybody know about the potatoes au gratin, you know what I'm saying? She was hitting. But did that. Drove on 95 in a fucking storm. I hate drive. If you ever drive on the highway when it's pouring down raining at night, you know how scary that shit is.
It's nerve-wracking. You gotta pull over.
I didn't want to pull over. I wanted to make it back. So I was trudging through that bitch. I was like, look, I was doing, on 95 to get up to about 70. I did 65 the whole way.
Mm-hmm. 2 hands on the wheel.
Both hands on the wheel. I had my glasses on. I was like, man, I'm not playing no games. Came back, had a wonderful Saturday. Wonderful Sunday. Did some Bible study. And then I felt like being nostalgic. I made some franks and beans.
Okay.
But with it was chicken. See, I was gonna do, because matter of fact, this is a shout out to you and Mecca. Y'all made the baked beans, and y'all had put ground beef or ground turkey in it. Yeah. And I've made that a couple times, and that shit was fire. I was like, nigga, you had the little ground turkey
to the little busting. It's busting, right?
You know what I'm saying? As a side, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I was like, nigga, I want to throw it back. But I don't eat pork and shit, so I found a chicken hot dog.
Okay.
Chopped that bitch up, grilled them motherfuckers, Gotta get a little char on the hot dogs. Threw that bitch in the bush, was it bushes? Got some bush baked beans, put a little bit of Hawaiian barbecue sauce in that bitch.
Yeah. All right.
Felt like I was back in the daycare.
Okay, I mean, listen, sometimes you gotta take it back, just to get to the essence and remember where you're from, So sometimes, like, even though it's like, I wouldn't say it's beneath us, but we have a little bit more, income level and we don't have to eat that. It still was busting. You can't forget if it was busting or not.
Yeah, niggas try to come at me in my job. I told, we recapped the weekend. I was like, yeah, I made some franks and beans. Made some, and he's like, well, that's some poor people food. I was like, what? That shit was good. Like literally, I was satisfied. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I would have went with the beef hot dog, but chicken hot dog did the same for you.
It did his job. And then I made and so I felt like a barbecue vibe. So then I made some potato salad. You know what I'm saying? I boiled. Only thing I did wrong with this time, I boiled the potatoes a little too long, so they got a little too soft. So it kind of ended up being, some of it was like mashed potato salad.
Okay.
But it had all the flavors, was good. Next time I just got to boil it a little bit shorter time so that it'd be a little bit more firm potato. But shit was fire, man. Good Sunday.
You got to get it right, man. Barbecue season is right around the corner, baby. Cookout season right around the corner. It's here, basically.
I'll bring the potato salad. You could trust me with the potato salad.
I trust you, because I do my thing on that grill with the meat.
Listen, let me do the sides. I'll do the potato salad. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring the baked beans. Boom. No pork though.
Can we trust you with the mac?
Nah, I'm not ready with that yet. I'm no cap. I can't put no sauce on it. I'm not ready for the mac and cheese to bring it to the function mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's it.
Not ready.
Tough.
How was your weekend?
Oh, it was cool. So the listeners, if not listening, I had a past couple of weeks I've been stressing low key. I haven't told I haven't divulged my feelings, to that or where my mental was at. But I had a promotion interview on Friday for my job, just to take my career to the next step in the corporate world. So, the whole week I was, prepping, because they asked me to do like a presentation. They asked me to write a pamphlet of what my accomplishments were, question and answers, all that shit, which is a lot to do in like a week and a half time of like your tenure at a company. You got to think about all the things you fucking done and shit like that. It's stressful. And then like, with some information, I knew that I had to like, know the names of certain people and then certain directors and, and at the higher ups and the VPs of the company and shit like that. And, I don't like that shit. Not the fact that I shouldn't know what they are or who they are, but it's the fact that like these niggas, I will never talk to, like for the most part, like directors of or whatever, like, or marketing, like, unless I'm in the company for 10 plus years or I just skyrocket up to the top, I would never talk to them. Like, if anything I need to escalate up that way, it'll be out of my hands by the time I get to that person. So it's kind of like a snoozing, like, fraternity type shit where you need to know who the fuck the head
you gotta pucker up a little bit.
Yeah, like, I don't like, in the questionnaire, they were like, who's the head of programming? I knew who the person was, but I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's blind knowledge. It's really like, it's blind, just fact telling to me. Like, and of course I BS. It was like, do you know why we asked you these questions? And I was like, yeah, man, you got to know the head of direction just in case you got to escalate things, corporate talk, I could do with the best of them. My fiance and my little brother, they always say like, white people love me. So I don't understand that, but I play the game well, like Mike when he came back with a 4-5.
You got to get it how you feeling. But like, when I realized this shit, that shit is just part of the game. Yeah. When you dealing with that shit, like you gotta play it,
It's whack.
So whack. Some people play that shit nasty. So it's crazy. The universe is aligning. Like similarly, I interviewed you for another position at my job, and I was up against someone else I work with, but this nigga full blown is just doing whatever he can do to get ahead. And I'm like, my nigga, like, just chill. Like, I really want him to just chill and like, cause you got some brown on your nose, bro. Like, brown on your lips. You know what I'm saying? But I know how it could be stressful, and especially a guy like you. I know you're not that guy that's just gonna be out there just, oh yeah, like trying to buddy up the people you really don't vibe with, or like even like form or act like you have fake relationships with people that you don't have a relationship with. You know? Yeah. It's the game though.
That's the game. So
It's
that was on Friday.
It's the game.
You know, for me, I don't know if you know people that are listening. You know, I tweeted like the whole day before. Like my interview was at 2, so I had from like 9 to like no, it was at 2:30. From like 9 to 2:30, I was listening to Nip all day. So I said, I'm a dangerous nigga right now. Like,
that's the mentality you need to have though.
Bro, I came in like I was a little nervous, like as like 2:30 hit. But after the first question was answered, it was like game time. I'm knocking it. I'm like telling answering questions. They're asking me, you know, why do I deserve this promotion? I was like, and I brought up sports analogies. I was like, you know, I'm a sports guy. I dead ass verbatim. I said, I'm a sports guy. You know, if you look at my numbers and the production I brought this company the past 3 years, like I'm the MVP or MIP, you know, whatever you want to put, like, but I'm the
most
MVP.
Important
like,
player.
Yeah, like, you know, so I talk my shit. The guy, one of the white men on the interview screen, because it was via Teams, he smiled. So he knew what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, that is underrated in the interview. Being charming, like saying some shit and making someone laugh or making someone like, yo, feel you. That shit is underrated because I could reveal I didn't get the position that I interviewed for, but the dude came to me after and he's like, yo, I really enjoyed your interview. And I ended up getting a different position, making more money. It wasn't a position I interviewed for, but I ended up gaining, you know what I'm saying, by just, you know, and I try to go into that shit and just really be myself. But obviously you can't be your full self. Like I can't be, you know what I'm saying? I can't be like, yeah, listen, I drink Hennessy, but I be in this bitch working hard. You feel me? Like, but yeah, so there you go, my man. You out there talking about you Jokic? You try to tell him you was Jokic?
I'm here, man. I'm telling him I'm number one, man. Like my stats is crazy. If they want to, like, you can look up the stats. You can look up the scoreboard. And like, what's cool was my immediate boss was on the call, right? So I have like a boss, the big boss, and I have like a team lead. So my team lead was on the boss, and they were asking her questions about me. They was like, you know, can you say Chris is, you know, a leader or, you know, a mentor on the team of boss? She was just like giving me props. She was like, yeah, he's taught half the Raleigh team, blah, 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 you know, and it just showed me love. And she was like, one of the questions where I was like, oh, this is it. Like, she fucked with me hard. Like, it's one of those questions he asked, does Chris have any fault?
They always got to ask about your weaknesses.
Yeah, of course. And she was like, I thought about this question long and hard, and I don't have anyone to point out immediately. And I was like,
ooh, this nigga got an all-around game? Like, that's what you try. This nigga rebounds. He plays defense.
I rebound. I assist the rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm a leader on the floor. I got core vision. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an all-around great player. I'm the LeBron of this shit. I'm the LeBron of this corporate world.
On some real shit, though, like, when you really that nigga, like, there's honestly, there's times and there's spaces in your life where, like, you know, bro, I really got this shit on lock. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I know how to get these W's. And you was telling me before, you was like, nigga, I ain't lost no clients. They're all happy. Like, check stats, like, for real. So
I told him, check the stats. So listen, if anybody else that works for me is listening to this and, you know, things don't go the way that I'm talking, I feel like it will go, I will be exploring free agency. So,
hey, bro,
100. You know, I have no love lost for the company. I love them, but, you know, nigga just turned 30. I got a wedding plan. I got a business. I gotta make this money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but, you know, that was on Friday. You know, Saturday, you know, my little brother that came down, Ali. So, you know, came fuck with your boy. So we just kicked it, you know, played GTA. I did some, you know, I had some business to do on the music tip. You know, I have an internet series I'm planning. That I'm working out on. So, you know, I'm just getting some the tangibles of that. You know, but, you know, stay tuned for that. That's a little sneak peek of what DTR got up. You know, I'm really into this shit. I'm really into this, like, this entrepreneurship, you know, this manager, just production company shit. It gives me joy. Like, you know, the corporate world is cool because it fills the pockets up. You know what I'm saying? But this entrepreneurship is just it's a thrill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're helping people that are creative and you get to see them like their eyes light up and shit like that. Helping creative people be creative and you know that sense is is something that's a joy for me.
That's where the actual wealth comes from. Saying creating something yourself or helping somebody with their creation. You know, that's where the real equity is at, bro. You get in on the ground floor, like you're actually starting some shit. You know, creating something that didn't exist before you was there. You know, and that's dope. I'm glad you had a good weekend.
Yeah, man, it was decent. You know, I can't complain. You know, try to make more money every day. But, you know,
that's what like you say, Nick, like you 30, I'm turning 30. I'm like, I need the time that I spend not doing my own thing to actually be profitable. Like, okay, I'm giving my time to this company, bro. Y'all have to make me really, y'all got to show me the money. Like, for real. Like,
bro, as we were talking earlier, like this is anybody that's not working for yourself, you know. Companies make a lot more money off you than what they're paying you.
Listen.
So whenever you're getting paid, they're probably making twice off. So you just be like, you know what? Especially if you've got tenure there, you've got trust, you've actually done a good job, you've got the stats to prove it, like that. Yes. Like this is not a conversation for niggas that's been bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? You think you deserve a raise or whatever. But if you can prove that you have to deserve what you deserve, you need to put your dick out on the table. Let them know, like, look, you're gonna spend way more money if I leave.
Thank you.
A new person, time spent interviewing multiple people who don't know if you don't have no true proven record that they can do the job well as I can. You might as well pay me. You're still making more money. You might as well pay me.
You might as well pay me, bro. They just see it's that greed. They're like, nigga, they trying to keep making the money they making and keep you at the place where you're at. Like, yo, we're getting this value out of him at this price. And like I said, and like you just said, they're not gonna do. You're gonna do all of that, and they still not gonna be as good as me.
That's the part. That's the part right there. You can hire a new me, still not gonna be as good as me.
He's not gonna be me, and it's in like you said, it's not for niggas that's really bushing. Like, you know who you are in like in your workplace or in your work. Like even like talented people, like in whatever field you're doing, you know whether you are competing at the top or you not. You know whether you're at the top of your the employees or you at the middle or you at the bottom. If you know you're at the top, you gotta let these niggas know, like, bro, without me, like, you're gonna feel it. And that's what sometimes they don't want to admit. They never want to admit that. That's how they keep you in your position.
Right.
That's how they keep you in position. Cause, you know, I'm just like, he's going up for his promotion right now. But I got a position, but now we still haven't even fully negotiated. They haven't come to the table with what I would be making because we're still in the middle of the pay period or whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, look, I'm trying to tell you, bro, it was some shit I thought I was like, nigga, I've never called out.
That's something, that's something you can use.
My G, I'm talking about, I've been working here. This is going on 4 years. I've never called out of work. I've been sick when I got corona. I got COVID-18. And I literally still tried to go to work, but I was like, nigga, it's something wrong. And I left and I did a half day. But I've never just called out of work. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, that is commendable. Like, that's some shit like, bro, I'm reliable as a motherfucker. You can't, I get all my tasks and I get, you know what I'm saying? Just when you really think about who you are, be like, yo, I'm that nigga in this space, bro. This shit, I could do this shit with my eyes closed. And then when I put effort in, nigga, I'm exceeding expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. The corporate world nasty. The corporate world worse than like the entertainment industry. Entertainment industry is nasty. But this corporate world is nasty just because like it's like a code of silence. They don't want you to do. They don't want you to do things. They don't want you to talk. They talk about how like it just moves. You know, corporate world moves slow. No, it don't. I've seen niggas that's been in this job for 2 years rise up, white people, mediocre people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gaslighting in the corporate world. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the nastiest part. They don't want niggas to talk to each other about salaries, but it only benefits the employees. You pay your employees, they're gonna work well. Mm-hmm. BS me. Like they playing with your money right now. Don't BS me. Because like if I leave, nigga, what the fuck? You gonna be stuck,
bro. And that's the part, because I'm trying to tell you, like, and it's crazy. You're like, yo, really, y'all niggas get me at a bargain. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a nigga, you using personality. It's not like niggas is here winning championships, bro. We are a middle of the road. Like this is now the company that bought the company I work for now. The company I work for now, they are national. But it's like this facility, nigga, I'm like a pillar in this motherfucker. if you take me out of here, it's like three people. If you remove these three, the whole shit is gonna collapse and you will not be able to operate. Like that is on some real shit. And you know what? In my mind, listen, I got a security blanket. If I leave, I'm taking some shit with me, and it's gonna hurt you in the long. You can be like, I don't know where this. And listen, I work for a record storage company. We have 2 warehouses. It's 100,000, 500,000. Some shit is gonna get lost, and you ain't gonna find that shit for years. Fucking with me. It's not a threat. I'm just trying to say, I know the shit that's not in the computers. That's what I'm trying to say.
Listen. That IP is nasty. It's the best bargaining tool you have.
Yes. And you was talking about the entertainment shit. It's funny because the entertainers and artists, they get fucked by the corporations. They like, oh, you got the talent, oh, you can paint like no one else, but motherfucker, I own the niggas that own the art galleries and the niggas that are the brokers, and they're the ones that's exploiting all of y'all motherfuckers.
Corporate. You know what I'm saying?
The motherfuckers who own the intellect, the motherfucker who owns the NFT or who's fucking selling the NFT, or the motherfucker who's allowing you to put your music on their platform or put your art in their gallery or contracting you to buy. Well, now you have more leverage if you like a contractor. But I'm just trying to say, the corporations, they got a big dick, and they fuck very fast and hard.
They pull it out early. They pull it out.
And the big dick is the money. They got all the money. They get all they got the banks in their pocket, and then shit. If they went to college with the right motherfucker, oh, he's a congressman now, or he's on the city council now. Shit, we got this shit locked up, nigga. Or he's the vice president of blah 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 at Spotify. But I'm trying to tell you, they fuck good and hard.
I want to say they fuck good, but they fuck hard.
Okay, well, they fuck some people good. They ain't gonna fuck me good.
But yeah, man. The world is, I mean, listen, this corporate world, I think everybody, like, I think most of our listeners are in some type of work, some type of job. So you know what dealing with them politics is like, man. It's just, we getting older, we want to make more money. Like, niggas is realizing that you can't live off $35,000 a year. That shit is trash. You can't live off even 40 is like, all right. Yeah.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. We're at that stage where niggas need that, especially when you are a pillar and you actually making the company that you're working for money. I need to see some of that. I mean,
now I understand what, athletes feel like. And I feel like, I won't say Deshaun Watson, but maybe I feel like DeAndre
Hopkins.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm the NFL, receiving leader. You know what I'm saying? If I leave, I'm out of here. Or, if I leave, shit gonna be fucked up. You better pay me. Whoever is the last nigga that said pay me. I think it might have been Deshaun Watson, the last person who said pay me.
Unfortunately, not the best example right now, but
yeah, but ultimately, if we take the nastiness aside of it, potential nastiness, you take Deshaun Watson away from the Texans, they are garbage. Like, they're garbage now, but they are like super mediocre.
Yeah,
it's the only reason they're relevant in terms of, a Sunday night game at this point. So
yeah, he's the biggest draw.
So everybody get your worth, man. You know what I'm saying? That deserves it.
That's
asterisk right there.
Keep it funky, nigga. What you gotta get off? What you gotta talk about, man?
Oh, I found my newest favorite account on Instagram. And, I don't talk about, I'm not really a social media nigga, but you know, I wanted to highlight a new person I found. I won't call her a female. I will not call her a female Kevin Samuels. I just love the way she talks.
But you want to call her a female.
Yeah. Well, she probably been doing this longer than Kevin Samuels from her Instagram, but you know, he's a lot more egregious in what he says, so it catches. So he's been going viral a lot more a lot more often. But I love, you know, as we love our black women, we love women in general, and we've always said women give the best game. They've always given the best game. And this woman, this woman is a DMV native from DC. Of course, that's why you know. That's how you know she talked that talk. Her name is Donnie P. And I'm gonna play two of her clips because it's something that, you know, I think that we reiterate a lot. But, you know, sometimes, you know, it's not the message, it's the messenger. So, you know, when we say it, it's just like, oh, two niggas complaining. But if a woman says it, a black woman, do they cancel her now? Let's play the first clip.
Like if men start to keep the same energy as women with good pussy. Because a lot of women think that because they fucking a nigga, that a nigga's supposed to cater to them, and a nigga's supposed to be able to come through and pay some of these motherfucking bills because this pussy is just that good. Don't you think he think his dick is just as good as your pussy? Can he call you and ask you to need a couple dollars to go towards his mortgage? Huh? So he wouldn't be able to do that because at that point he would be an ain't shit ass nigga. So you want him to take his hard-earned money and buy some $400 bottles for you because you think your pussy is just that good, but you can't even give him $45 to go towards a haircut. Call me back. Can you imagine what the
That's the first clip, and then the second one, and she keeps energy for both sides of the spectrum. She calls niggas ain't shit. She calls women ain't shit. But you know, for me, this is my program, and I'm gonna tilt the scales in my favor. So this is the second.
Us women swear that we love energy. We need the energy to be reciprocated back when we're dealing with someone. So why can't a man be a stay-at-home father sometimes? Why? You know why? Because society has made us women and made us people think that in order for a man to be deemed and labeled as a man, he has to be a sole provider. What make you think he still can't provide? Just because he's experienced some hardships financially does not mean that he still can't provide for you. He can be there for you physically, he can be there for you spiritually, he can be there for you mentally, emotionally. But because he cannot be there for you at this very moment in your life where he's experiencing hardship, he ain't shit. What the fuck do I look like going back to work while this nigga sit at home? Well, if he cooking and cleaning for you, it's energy, right? Ain't that what you do? So why can't he reciprocate the same love back to you? Oh, at that point, he ain't shit, right? Oh, man. Us women swear.
But see, I like that. I like both of them. The second clip, the man she was describing was definitely a man of worth. He wasn't sitting at home doing nothing. He was maintaining the house, which is a job. Cooking, cleaning, maintaining shit, fucking picking whatever you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Errands, all that shit. That is
that's a high value man.
Job. Running a household is a job.
It's a high value man right there.
That's a high value man. And in the first clip, when she talking about $400 bundles,
I pay for hair. It's expensive. It's expensive.
You pay for $400 bundles, nigga?
I pay for $250 braids, $200 braids, yeah.
Okay, that's different. That's for the stylist to do the hair.
No,
that's talking about just for the hair.
Yeah, I'm not paying $400 just for bundles. No, I paid for the braids and for I think the braids was $200, and then I paid extra later for the actual, you know, the appointment. But you know, that was by request of me.
You gonna make me turn into Dr. Umar right here. Wear the hair that grow out your fucking head sometimes. Listen, I'm not even attracted to no woman, and I never had this type of woman in my life to where they were that high maintenance with their hair. Like, I've dated girls with no hair, bald-headed women, like literally had the buzz cut, had the low fade, the Caesar. And I've dated girls that wore their natural hair, that wore braids, that wore styles, that actually wore weave. But I'm getting lost in the $400 shit. That shit just took me back. But she's talking about, like, she's being logical about her shit. A lot of people like to take these outliers in these conversations, the niggas that really ain't shit. But yo, a man that really has value, she talked about niggas being on financial hardship. Listen, you can't tell me one person, not one person, there's a lot of people that are successful that at one point in their life struggled.
Yes.
Had a few years or a few months where they were down, or they were hungry, and they had to let things go to the wayside just to survive. But we've seen people come out of that and actually turn their life around. So now, obviously, that should not be like no acrimony shit. That shouldn't be happening for fucking 15 years. You see acrimony?
Yeah, it's probably the most. I want to say it was one of the most frustrating films I've watched.
It was a very wild film. A lot of inconsistencies. But the main story is that she stuck with a man for a decade plus, and he was stuck in the same position because he was working. A lot of people, their downtime don't last 10. If your shit is 10 years, it is justifiable for someone to be like, listen, I'm gonna move on with my life because you seem like you stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think if everybody goes at this shit with, and that's why we talked about Kevin Samuels last week, his arguments have a lot of logic to them. A lot of logic to them. And I'm not even going to address people talking about how he speaks to people. Obviously, I said last episode, be nice. Yes, he should be nicer, but take your emotions out of it and listen. A hit dog gonna holler. If you ain't get hit by that shot, then you can really see it from the perspective of like, you know what? A man that has a lot of options, or a man that does this and brings these to the table, probably is of high value.
Mm.
When a woman that does this, and this probably is of high value. Now we could debate about what you value more than other things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some women value sex more than others. Some women value looks more than others. Some women value money more than others. You know what I'm saying? Cleanliness. Like, listen, women fuck niggas with shitty drawers every day.
Every day.
And niggas fuck women that's wearing old weaves every day. So, you know what I'm saying? There's always, but shout out to her though. She spins some shit though. Logical shit.
Yeah, man. It's just I just the internet shit is where it's like, all right, I think in 2021 there is a return of the real combating this internet shit. Like, where people just saying all these wild shit, like all just inconsistent things that align with real life values for internet stuff. I think that's the return of like, no, that's not how it goes. In real life, it's coming back to the internet because the social like 2020 and 2019 was wild times. It was social media, just people saying outlandish things to get clicks, and people saying unrealistic thoughts about the other sex or relationships. And I think I think with the return of Kevin Samuels and this this queen right here, these are one of my favorite accounts, just because like I think they just like, yo, you you say, like, you're not thinking with common sense anymore. Like, relationships are really built off give and take, like, you know what I'm saying? Or just in general, life is about give and take. Like, you were really living off unrealistic thoughts. And especially, like, I didn't think about it before. I didn't think it was true before, but there really is an agenda against like black men saying the things we want to say, or having feelings or having thoughts or emotions and things like that, because I don't know, there is an agenda. I see it now. Like, we can't say what we want to say anymore. Or like we can't feel ways. Or I saw a tweet yesterday. It said, I assume they're trolling, but like there was tweets like, it's a little feminine for a man to take home a take-home box. Bitch, what? Like, damn, I can't even take a take-home box.
But see, that was a joke, but it's still toxic because there are people that have that thought about like niggas can't be in a bad mood, can't be down on their luck sometimes. You always got to be able to provide. You always, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, people with nuance and logic to the conversation, like you said, real relationships, there's give and take. Now, if you got a business relationship, then it's a different type of give and take. If you are an escort or a prostitute or a woman who has put a price on some of her activities with someone else, that's a totally different relationship. But if you're a woman who wants a real relationship with a man, you're gonna compromise with some things. He's gonna compromise with some things. You're gonna be better in one area. He's gonna be better in another area. And y'all gonna come together like a motherfucking Megazord and Power Rangers and build each other up to you know what I'm saying? And shout out to, this is my second time referencing Mecca. I remember back in the day when y'all just first started being together, she was like, yo, she don't need a nigga. She didn't need a nigga to have everything. It's about finding someone that you're willing to build the shit. Like, and a lot of people, because of the internet, the loudest voices are the ones like, you gotta come to the table with everything and then you take care of me. Or you gotta come to the table with, you know what I'm saying? Or for men, it's like, you gotta come to the table with no bodies, a flat stomach, a big ass, and real titties for me to value you as a woman. That's fucking crazy. And it's not real, because guess what? When I walk out of my door and I look at people walking down the street together, you know what? It's little booty Jones with niggas, it's big booty Jones with niggas, it's fat niggas with women, it's short niggas with women. Like, it's all cat. And matter of fact, I got a meme, and it was like it was the Cat in the Hat joint. It says the cap on this app, and I have the meme saved because like the narratives that get you the most likes, they get you the most retweets, they make you that. Oh, I'm just this is gonna be part of my content. The Justin LaBoy nigga. Why is everyone reposting all of his? Listen, okay.
Because it's fun to be toxic.
They're 100% toxic. But guess what? They don't know that they're low-key brainwashing themselves by fucking retweeting shit like, oh yeah, this is true. This is true. Listen, not to come at Justin LaBoy, but y'all are really taking the fucking lowest frequency of shit and putting it at the top. That's what the internet is. The lowest frequency shit is at the top, and all the high frequency, high intelligent, logical stuff is buried down underneath all of it.
Yeah.
And thank you to that girl who actually was like, look, y'all niggas is on the internet talking about this and talking about that. But at the end of the day, you know that if a man is actually fixing shit around the house, taking care of groceries, taking care of the kids so you don't gotta send them to daycare, fucking changing diapers, fucking mopping and cleaning the floor, cleaning out the gutters, fucking changing the tires and fucking blowing dust off the brake pads, you'll be okay with him not working. Because you know what? You ain't gotta do none of that shit. All you gotta do is go to work, come home to a hot meal, take a bath, and prepare for the next day.
Yeah.
Because that's what, and it's just a reverse of what men want. A lot of men don't want to do shit, but work, come home, eat, watch TV, fuck, go to sleep, do it again, take trips, buy clothes. You know what I'm saying? Humans are very basic.
At the minute level, bro.
At the minute level. Obviously, we're complicated, but the basic needs, especially when you're in a real relationship, like you said, a real relationship where it's give and take, you're going to take that type of shit. I don't got to cook. I don't got to do laundry. I come home and my pajamas are already on the bed, or my pajamas in the drawer, and all I got to do is hop in the shower, come out, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, my deodorant is already bought for me. My toothpaste is already, I don't got to go to the store and go pick up little shit, floss and things like that. You would love that.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll work. Make sure I got floss. Make sure I got toothpaste. Make sure my socks is already together and put away in the place. I know where. Come on, son. Listen. I got a pile of laundry sitting on this futon right here that has been unfolded for a week. If I had someone that was like, I would like, I love you. Like that would contribute to my love of them, because my love language might be acts of kindness.
Yeah. So that's my favorite Instagram account today. I don't know how I found her. I was on the Explore page. She got a follow out of me.
Be careful on that Explore page.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So what you
I gotta get some shit off my chest. Vaccines, right? We got Johnson & Johnson. There's Moderna and there's Pfizer. You know, there's been a couple, very few cases of people having bad reactions to certain vaccines. Pretty, you know, it's expected. People, no human is the same. Everybody reacts different. But I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, Black people, especially, a lot of the sentiment was, I don't give a fuck what vaccine they come out with, I'm not taking it, right?
I heard that.
And now it seems that that whole sentiment has gone away. And now people are like, put it in my veins right now. Give me the vaccine. I want to go party. I want to shake my ass. I want to take a trip, right?
Okay, go ahead.
And the number one excuse that I hear, especially from Black people, is the reason why they're not scared of the vaccine no more is because, well, shit, white people lining up to take it. So why would they take it if it's killing people? That's the number one thing I hear. And I'm like, I'm scratching my head because I'm like, just because a white person do this shit don't mean that it's going to be safe for me. And that doesn't give me any reassurance just because white people are running to go do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I've heard this from multiple Black people. That's their number one reason why they're going to take the vaccine. They're like, I'm not scared of it because the white people taking it. The white people wouldn't take it if it was all good, if it was all bad. You feel me?
Yeah, that sounds dangerous because if you know really, the majority there's a large percentage of white people that don't want to take it. So, and a large majority of white and Asian people in the community don't want to take it. Right? Reservations about taking it. So obviously, they're just seeing what they see and probably what the media says to them, and using that as their justification for taking it. So that's weird. I think it's weird when niggas call themselves Moderna mommy or Pfizer poppy. That's weird.
Bro, it's so like it's amazing to me how quickly people will change their position on something as serious as taking, like a vaccine that nobody trusts the government, right? Nobody loves the government. Nobody thinks that the government has the best interest of the people at heart. But when it comes to you not being able to go to a nightclub or you not being able to get on a plane or you not be able to eat at a restaurant, you will really 180 your fucking position in a matter of months to be like, put it right here. I took 4 shots.
For me, I'm at the point in my life, I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to take the vaccine, if you don't, hey, it's your life, brother. Like I don't feel comfortable taking the vaccine. Vaccines takes years to get correct and be effective. But if you want to take the vaccine, Terry, go ahead. But don't shame another nigga for not taking the vaccine or not wanting the vaccine. Like that's whack to me. That's wild, son. Because like I've seen, my lady's in the news, so she's seen me send me news articles of like they're trying to do vaccine passports. And I understand for like certain places, if you go to like certain parts of the world, you might need to show that you have like a malaria vaccine or whatnot, but those are like highly contagious vaccines. Like if I need to show a vaccine passport to go into the restaurant, that's fucking nuts because I never had to do that before. So like, I just don't want people to start, slandering people or start like isolating people because, they don't have a vaccine or whatnot. Because you'll get punched in the face. Like to be honest, you can't.
Bro, but I could see that coming. People shaming people. You ain't got the vaccine. You're unsafe. You're not doing. But I promise you, 2020, November 2020, up and down the motherfucking timeline, people was like, nigga, I don't care when they come on with the shit. I ain't taking. I can take it. And it's just crazy. It's so amazing to me how quickly people would just back off a stance that they took. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there is no evidence yet, like that they're wrong for not, you know what I'm saying? There was no evidence that you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. You take your vitamins, you exercise, you make sure you're healthy. You're not coming in contact with other people that are sick. You wearing your mask. You know what I'm saying? You're not gathering it and play. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit could all be.
Niggas be saying that, but they was outside all summer. Like Atlanta niggas been outside all summer. Florida been outside all summer. Texas been outside all summer. People been going to like Mexico and traveling and shit, Jamaica without
shit ain't slow, girl.
So like vaccines stop when you leave the state borders. Like what the fuck, son?
And bro, and people say the most funny shit about the mask. They're like, yo, so I gotta wear the mask when I walk in a restaurant, but when I sit at the table, I can take it off. You telling me COVID, like, oh, you're sitting down now. I'm not gonna come into your lunch. The logic is just not there for me all the time with the theories. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do believe that there was a virus that came. A lot of people got sick, a flu virus, and people were not beating it. It was killing people. I do believe that's true. But it's just nothing. I'm just going to be how I feel about the vaccine now, besides people flip-flopping. I just don't feel it in my spirit right now that I need to. And I'm getting pressure. Like, I'm literally getting real pressure from people in my family to go take the vaccine.
Me too.
Sign up. They're doing it. If you're under 16, you can get it. Like, go do it. Go do it. Go do it. It just hasn't moved. Nothing has moved me yet. And shit, maybe I'm wrong. But, you know, I haven't vaccinated yet. And I'm not saying that I won't. But I don't, like you said, I don't like to shame people that have. I don't want to shame people that haven't. There's no way to know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I didn't go in the lab to fucking develop this shit.
Yeah, man. I've seen doctors like say like, don't get it the first year. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it some time if you still want to get it. You know what I'm saying? Get it next year or whatever. Like, because just like those things change, and like, I'm not trying to like do any like, you know, fear monger or anything. Like, this is me personally. You want to get your vaccine if you got it, salute to you. And you know, I hope you feel more comfortable. I think the thing about the vaccine, I want people to feel comfortable going out and just, you know, being a person again. You know, people were killing themselves in the house from being in the house.
Yeah, people need to be outside. People need to be outside.
You need to be outside. You need to see people, and you know, you don't need to get to the part where you're slandering people or you're shaming people for not getting a vaccine, because, you know, what does it matter if I'm not sick? You know,
Yeah.
if you want to socially distance or whatnot, you know, we can do that, you know. Well, yeah, like, I just don't want people to start shaming niggas for that, because you'll get punched in the face way quicker than.
And the last thing I want to say about it is, when the shit first happened, I understood why some of the way that some news outlets were reporting on it, and why some people were handling it the way they handled it, like in institutions, because it's like panic and hysteria will make the problem worse.
It sells. No, nigga, it sells.
Okay, it sells. But I'm just talking about outside of them trying to sell it. I was trying to be a level-headed about it the whole time, right? Like, okay, it's real, it's coming, but you said, remember the hysterics, people going to the fucking store and buying up all the goddamn toilet paper?
Yeah.
That type of
shit. That was a long time, right? When we look back at that 5-10 years from now, that's gonna be the wildest shit.
Like, no, people were panicking, and I understand wanting to be prepared, but bro, water and soap cleans your ass too.
We didn't even think about that, right?
I don't know why. Maybe there was still soap in the stores. But there was no toilet paper. So it's just like, I understand the hysteria. I understand the need and want to control people losing their minds and acting irrationally. But then I also understand both sides. I understand people wanting to be prepared and not having to go without necessities because they may not be able to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I get both sides, but I just don't want the extremes of either. I don't want motherfuckers not giving a fuck, walking around coughing on people, and then I don't want motherfuckers becoming hermit crabs buying toilet paper, and then I don't want people fucking angry at people for fucking getting shots, and I don't want people like, I'll never get that, you know. I just want people to
do what's best for you, my nigga.
Do what's best for you and listen to your spirit when it comes to the vaccine. That's what I want people to do.
Yeah.
All right. That was good. Let's get to the smoke early. Let's just start talking about Snowfall. Let's talk about it.
My man back. My man back.
I knew that nigga was faking his limp the whole time.
Faking his lip.
I knew that nigga was faking. I was like, yo, because it's like a card that you hold it that other people don't know you got, and you can maneuver around better with it. So, and obviously people keep talking about how intelligent Franklin is. I knew that even if he was healed, it benefited him to play like he was still hurt. You know what I'm saying? I knew it. And then the tweets was funny. It was like, damn, Franklin been going to physical therapy this whole time?
Yeah.
And so that was revealed. We should have been smoking on Alton Pack the whole episode. Like, I know that's your father, but that nigga really.
So let me ask you a question.
He violated.
Let me ask you a question. You pro-black, right?
I'm pro-black.
So you were rooting against the Black Panther versus the white CIA agent.
I wasn't rooting for the CIA agent. The betrayal
You
is
was
what
rooting for the black man to get smoked.
I was saying that in the game that Franklin is in, betrayal cannot be tolerated. That man betrayed him.
Mm-hmm.
Literal betrayal. He
Mm-hmm.
ran to the reporter and gave them everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then went on the radio and was threatening.
He was snitching hard on the radio. He was snitching hard on the radio.
They could have killed me. You're putting my life, my mother's life, my uncle's life, you're putting everyone in danger because you don't like how things are transpiring. I understand, bro. You could take your wife and get the fuck up out of here. And listen, he was doing good in the community, but you betrayed the main character. So you need to die. That's what.
Okay.
And we saw how it ended. We didn't see how it ended. I think he kills him. He got killed.
Since he was walking around with that wagon, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, why was she put a little twist in her hip?
She was.
And I was watching it with my girl, so I was like, and I'm respectful. I'm not about to just talk about ass and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian, you know?
Yeah.
But
she was swinging that thing.
That's that vacation walk. When you in a different country, that's why women love to be on islands and shit, because they could be thottier.
Mm-hmm.
Sissy was ready to bust that pussy open when she came back from the market.
She was swinging, bro. She was
letting Alton sleep, get his rest up, and she gonna put it on him when she came back.
Do you think she set him up? This is spoiler alert. I mean, but the season's over, so I don't give a fuck. So.
Yeah, bro. We 2 days away. Yeah, it's been a week. I don't think she had nothing to do with it, man. She loved that nigga, man.
You think so?
But you know what? I want to talk about Sissy's character got way less dynamic. And I remember at the beginning of the season, I was like, you see how hard she switched? Like, she was against Franklin even doing this shit. But then she just went all in. She's like, you know what? Fuck it. If you're going to do it, I feel like she switched so quickly.
I think she realized, she did switch quickly, but I think she realized if he's going to do it, it's a lesser of our two evils, that if he gets out the game and we get him into another game, real estate, that'll save him from the actual, dope game. Like, he can retire from that. So I think she was looking at like a possible, like another avenue for him.
Mm-hmm. And
she was putting the drug shit on the side because she was cool.
Had that. But see, that's what I'm saying though. The crack was a gold rush, right? Nothing, even the real estate was something. Obviously, it's a foundation, something you could do after. But Franklin was really trying to insulate himself and sell crack all over the nation. That was his plan. To corporately sell crack. You know what I'm saying? Set up satellite crack hubs all over the country. Satellite crack hubs. And so he was really trying to insulate himself to where he's like, nigga, I'm not gonna be in the streets dealing it. Nigga, I'm doing this shit wholesale. I'm selling the bricks, y'all making the crack, y'all give me the money, boom, 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 boom. Speaking of that, you see, I knew Jerome been fed up.
Yeah, but you know what? Again, I'm on Franklin's side this time. Like, I did all this for y'all niggas. I took all the heat. Y'all niggas walk away unscathed. Besides, on Louis, she got shot. But y'all walk away unscathed and y'all turn your back on me. Everybody turns his back on him.
First law of nature, self-preservation, man. Jerome doesn't have control. He's been in the dark, and he feels like he's been not betrayed, but he feels like he's been left out of shit. And he doesn't trust Franklin no more. And now that Louis' injury, he's even like, yo, and now Louis on his side because she got shot. And Louis was really riding with Franklin over Jerome. She was picking Franklin over Jerome. But
she'll stand her ass home like she said she was.
But listen, you know how love is, man. He said, man, I'm gonna be at the funeral. I hope to see you there. And she really loved Jerome now. They really love each other. Like that's probably the best, that's the only solid relationship on the show. Well, yeah, only Yeah. Alton and Sissy.
Alton and Sissy.
Yeah, right. So, but that's okay. Besides Alton and Sissy, that's the only other relationship that we see on the show. So they really ride for each other, and I could see the next season, Franklin and Jerome, and Franklin and Louis, Jerome and Louis versus Franklin is gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be more Leon versus Franklin, but that didn't last long because Leon ass ended up fucking killing the baby.
Yeah, it needs some help. But I think it'll be another dynamic though, because Leon's trying to be out. Franklin said, "Nah, nigga, you're not leaving."
He was like, "Nigga, no, you're not leaving." But see, Franklin just really has the vision, you know, and he's like that CEO type of motherfucker that's like low key, like a sociopath. You know, like he wants whatever, he'll do whatever it takes to get to the goal, you know. And we like those type of characters. But yeah, man. What else happened that was crazy?
I mean, so it was a great way to tie things up. I think the episode before that had me assuming that the finale was going to be super crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas' bodies dropping every other scene.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. So
Yeah.
I mean, it tied up things pretty well, but it was semi-anticlimactic. I love the finale, it's just semi-anticlimactic.
Yeah, and no cap, Scully let me down this season, man.
I thought he was gonna go ham, bro.
Because once he crucified motherfucker, I was like, this nigga.
Oh, it's different. He's about to be a menace.
He about to be on some Omar from The Wire shit, like yo, uncontrollable, loose cannon. Everyone's afraid of him, but it's like his daughter death could have just pushed him over the edge, but it really like tamed him.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It really tamed him because, and I think, you know, the last scene when he was in the hospital, he had more than enough opportunity to kill Louis.
You gotta let both of them go. Bom, bom.
But it's like, he just was weak to me. Like, not that he was weak, but he just wasn't the same Scully, you know? And I wanted to see a real loose cannon, wild motherfucker.
We need a new villain now for next season.
Oh, the last thing, Mel and and Franklin last scene when Franklin reveals that he could walk. Why did he go to see Mel again? Like what? Because was that a loose end that he just needed to like?
It was loose tied because remember she started the whole process. Remember the Irina Abe? She went to visit Mel first.
Yeah,
she was doing the story about the police, her dad. And she must have told him everything. So that's how she knew Franklin was the kingpin and shit like that. But she needed another way of tying it.
Got you.
So I don't know how we found out that Mel was still alive in Dallas or whatever. Because they didn't tell us how we found out that information.
Well, they knew that she was down there because the aunt came and got her and shit.
Whatever. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'm ready for the next season. You know what I'm saying? Franklin, fully healthy, no longer faking the jump. I am still worried about the community because when Franklin kicked everybody out the community center, I was like, that's a cold. He kicked babies on the street. He kicked real babies on the street. I was like, see, is Franklin becoming too greedy?
I don't think so. I think he's starting to realize like Franklin never threw his weight around in terms of like
he tried to always make a deal with somebody.
Yeah. And in this season he got to a point where everybody was testing his gangster, thinking he wasn't as gangster as, you know, because he's never been one to just shoot the spot up or, you know, put a bullet in somebody's head. So they're not fearing of him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think this season really tested him in terms of his gangsterness. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I run this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think at some point you gotta turn into a monster. You gotta turn cold-hearted.
I mean, listen. If that's why I was saying if he would have killed his dad, that would have been the final transformation.
I mean, he slapped the shit out of him when he pistol whipped that nigga.
He deserved, bro. You snitched on me, nigga.
Hey, you mad?
Yeah, man. But great season. It was too short, but you know, we got what we got. Transitioning speaking, because Franklin is really a Damson Idris, really a motherfucking British motherfucker. The Oscars was last night. Chris didn't watch the Oscars.
Nope.
But I happened to tap in a little bit, and I actually tapped in right when they was kind of nominating the black categories, a lot of categories that black people won in. Makeup and costume design for Black Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
That was a good movie.
Which was a great film. Black Lady won. I want to get her name. All these people name I have the list. And then Daniel Kaluuya for he won Best Supporting Actor. And he was nominated with Lakeith Stanfield for also Black Judas and the Black Messiah. Leslie Odom Jr. for the what was it, last One Night in Miami. And it was a white man from that rock and roll movie. But Daniel Kaluuya actually won the Oscar, which is, you know, people say I look like him, so my doppelganger low key kind of won. You know what I'm saying? So I was hype about that. And just to see, you know, Black excellence, because that was a movie that showed how the motherfucking government colluded against Black people. You know what I'm saying? Colluded against the Black Panther Party. To see it win an Oscar, you know, even though that's not the validation, you know, for the film, but you know, it do kind of help put that bag behind more of the shit, you know. Trying to find the name of the woman who won for costume design. And you know, the Oscar, you know, and you know what I really do like? I like seeing Black people dressed the fuck up, because they be killing this shit, bro. They really be killing this shit. I don't know about Lakeith Stanfield jumpsuit. He was wearing a jumpsuit. I don't know if that was the best, but Regina Hall, all the women look fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying? All the Blackstresses looked amazing. I'm not gonna stick with that long. I just want to shout out to us, the winners, and I'm gonna find the name while we keep talking. What else happened? Stick with entertainment. Shock G died. Digital Underground, I Get Around, Tupac Digital Underground was the group that Tupac was in before he went solo. RP Shock G, you know, we keep losing rappers. DMX funeral was amazing to see all the love that he got, man, especially in New York. Yeah. You know, had this shit at the Barclays. You know, that shit was fucking amazing.
I mean, buddy, I want to give we're still on entertainment, so I want to give a shout out to Young Thug and Gunna. I don't know if
for what? For giving back.
Yeah, they bailed out 30 people from prison today or this past week or whatever. The news came out, so that's real gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how you feel about Young Thug and his music and, you know, the way he dresses and all that good shit, this man is a man of the people. There's plenty of stories that come out about Young Thug, particularly of taking care of people, like, you know what I'm saying, how he kept Lil Baby off the streets. You know what I'm saying, how he brought up Gunna, the love he gives back to people he bought, you know, Roddy Rebel, like a $300,000 chain when he came out of, you know, prison, you know, but that's real dope, man, to bail out people. People of your community is like something that we don't, you know, just like, you know, it's something that, you know, we don't see rappers do often. And I think we see him flash in the chain, we see him flash in the cars and money and things like that. And that's what a rapper does. But, you know, there's the back end stuff of what he does to take care of his people that, you know, Young Thug doesn't get the credit, you know, for a lot.
So yeah, man, that shit was dope. Because we know if you watch the 13th, and also the Khalif Browder story, you know that most people are sitting in jail because they can't afford bond. You know what I'm saying? And they sit in jail for years. A lot of what we've seen, Khalif Browder was the worst case scenario. Like, he literally sat in jail for years because he just couldn't, first he couldn't get in front of a judge, and then he just couldn't get bonded out. His family didn't have money. So that's a necessity, and the whole bail system needs to be reformed anyways. But shout out to Gunna, shout out to Thugger. You know what I'm saying? That's some real solid shit. You know, especially, bro, that money, they spend that money in Louis Vuitton, bro. Like,
they spend it on one pinky ring, if that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about Richard Milles. Those watches cost $100,000. Like, you know how many people's bonds you could pay with $100,000, and that's tax deductible.
Yep, you can get that back anyways.
You're gonna get it back. So I think that's a very creative way, and I like to see shit like that. So I saw that on Twitter today. That was dope. Ain't nothing else happening in the world I really give a fuck about. Keep listen. Just to talk about the president, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talked about the president a lot since the election went over, but Joe Biden, right? We sat here on this podcast and we said, man, neither one of them, we understand that this two-party system is corrupt and, shit ain't really getting done. They really just are homies that just play fight with each other. They both kind of got the same agenda. We see all the shit that's going on with this president, and of course, we rather have him than Trump, but motherfuckers need to stay on this motherfucker ass too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Virginia. We fully legalized. I think we said that already. I don't know. I'm just really happy about that. I could smoke freely. I've been smoking freely. I've been smoking. Listen, when the fan was popping, I love the spark of J outside. You know what I'm saying? It just gets the evil spirits from around you. Now, more evil spirits will get from around people because, you don't got to smoke just in the privacy of your home. You could do it. I don't know if you can do it publicly. Yeah. You can't really do it publicly. But,
I don't know the laws.
We going to do it publicly. Shout out to that. Shout out to weed.
I'm looking for a video because I saw a video last week. I recorded it on my iPad, so I might go get it. But it was another installation of white people doing the fucking most with food. So I saw a white woman. She put 3 glizzies in a waffle iron and tried with toppings with relish and ketchup and waffleized 3 hot dogs. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Say that again?
There was a video of a white woman putting hot dogs in a waffle iron, like fully dressed hot dogs in a waffle iron. And I'm gonna find it because it's disgusting.
What the fuck was she making, a hot dog waffle? Like what the fuck is wrong with people?
Bro, I'm trying. Oh my god, it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. She really put 3 hot dogs.
You remember in school when motherfuckers would make concoctions on their lunch tray?
Sure.
That's some childish shit.
The hot dog is already made though.
Hot dogs are fully cooked, yes.
So she put the hot dog in. First of all, the waffle with relish and ketchup, and sat the waffle iron on it. And the waffle, and she was like, "It's good for your kids." I'm like, "Why are you feeding your kids this?"
Because she's sick in the visual. There's a lot of
these people.
If that was still on the show,
I'm really irritated. Why they do this to them?
If that was still on the show, he would talk about how a lot of people are unfit parents, and that sounds like that sounds like instance right there. And I know I sat here and Kevin Funky about me eating hot dogs before, but I'm not an advocate of the hot dog. I'm not at all. Now, if you get a nice turkey sausage or kielbasa, something where you know what they putting into it, or even a homemade sausage, I'm cool with that. But the pork and the pork hot dog and it's kind of they got pork, chicken, and beef in one hot dog. That's too many animals together for me.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start an installment of just white people doing the most with fucking food, like just doing the most because we're bored. I'm gonna start that installment.
They listen. I'm just not a white people food. I don't know what they make that is made like the hamburger. Probably the best thing. I don't even know white people been in the hamburger. They probably stole the shit too, but that's very sick, man. Don't just stop. You know what it is? It's the YouTube shit. Like everybody wants to go on YouTube and be a creator. Like don't create new food shit. I think we've kind of peaked. Like there's no new food we need to create, bro. We got good food. We got Italian, we got Chinese, we got Asian, we got soul food, we got Indian food, we got Mexican food, we got Colombian food, we got South American food. We got you don't need to make a hot dog waffle. You know, it's so many more good things, bro. And I'll be watching Discovery Channel. They got like Uncharted
Here we go.
Gordon by
Here we
Gordon
go. Here we
Ramsay.
go.
Oh, you
Here
found
we
it.
go.
Let me make it big. All right, go ahead.
That's a hot dog.
Okay, she grilled the hot dog with the okay.
Bro, you don't put hot dogs in a waffler.
Man,
it's already cooked.
This when you gotta live and let live. Now let her do that shit and feed it to her kids. But you know what? Those kids are gonna become school shooters.
Bro, I literally said that. I said this is why people shoot up schools.
They mom made that bullshit.
Processed meat, waffleized your whole life, and you're sick of your shit internally. You're sick of being at your whole life internally because you're getting fed processed waffles.
Or they're gonna be on my 600-pound life because you know how fat Americans are, and because they ate that shit 3 times a day. I mean,
and they call it a hack. They call it a hack.
They're always trying to hack some shit. Stop trying to hack food. Okay? Grow, eat vegetables, eat fucking shit, eat shit from the earth. You can eat something you killed, you know what I'm saying? Eat something you hunted. That's what I'm telling you, man. I'm moving to the bush. There will be no hot dogs. You think I'm playing? See, now, I don't know if I really want to move. I think I said like 3 months. I'm trying to I want to have a summer where I live in nature for like 2 or 3 months, just to see if I can actually do it and if I enjoy it. And maybe I won't go full into the bush. Maybe I'll just be a farm life type of nigga, you know? I don't know if I really want to be living in an isolated place. Maybe like a couple miles away from town might be better for me. But I gotta go do it to see if it's what I want. Cause yeah, man, ain't no mass shootings if you the only motherfucker around.
Bring back segregation, bro. I'm telling you.
Bring back segregation where there's actual equal access to institutions and to
leave us the fuck alone.
Leave me alone with that. I mean, saying, listen, and I'm like I said, I'm not a pro hot dog thing, so that makes me mad myself. That's it. If you don't got anything else, we can go to what would a player do.
Yeah, in this week's installment of what would a player do, the good big homie Tyrese was storming the internet because his lady put a video of him shaving her nether regions. And I guess, Terry, what would a player do in terms of making sure his lady is groomed?
Listen, man, a player should be ready.
Would you shave her nether regions?
Let me preface this before I answer that question. A player should be willing to do a lot of things to satisfy the needs of their partner, a female player and a male player. And especially, you know, even pushing some of the boundaries of the things that you're comfortable with. And I'm not talking about just breaking the boundaries, but pushing the boundaries. So I don't think it's unplayer to shave your partner. I don't think that is unplayer. I think that it is quite player, and it could be quite intimate if you do it. Boom. What I think is not player, and what a player wouldn't do, is allow someone to put a camera in your face and a camera in your crotch. And there's nothing wrong with home movies, but the key word is home movies. It is not Instagram movies or Snapchat movies or Instagram story movies or Twitter videos.
Okay.
Tyrese, we don't need to see that shit.
I don't think he posted. I think it was his lady. But go ahead.
Tyrese need to control his woman. That's his household. He has it. What a player would do is control his household and control the things that are leaving and coming in and going from his household. That video should have never got out. Never got out.
I agree with you on the video should have never got out phase. Point. Now, me as a player, that's just something, excuse me, I just think it's real intimate. It's more intimate than for me to shave your vagina. I'm not comfortable doing that. That's something I feel like that should be a personal experience that you do for yourself. You know, I take care of myself. I don't want my lady to shave my pubes. Like I don't need you to know every part of my being. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, as a player,
So
my playerness is like, you know what? Let me throw you this $100 or whatever it costs to go get it shaved or whatever. If you don't want to do it, let me pay for your shaving appointment. Let me pay for your wax. I'll pay for your wax. But I'm not gonna shave your pussy hair. Like that's just me. My preference.
But see, there you go. That's you. But the act itself is not unplayer. You could go player by player basis about what you would do as an individual player, but I can't say that that's unplayer. But now you know what this situation reminds me of. It was a thing that was like back in the day. You might hear on occasion that a girl would take a video of a dude giving her head, right?
Yeah.
And then she would circulate that video.
Yeah.
This was a thing that was happening. You know what I'm saying? I knew some girls that they would be like, they was some female players and they was kind of like had their little rotation of niggas and they was kind of using niggas for what they was using them for. Like, yo, I call that nigga over when I want some head and I kick him out, like on some Remy Ma type shit.
I'm with that.
You with that? Oh yes. Yeah. I can't wait. That's fine if a woman will operate. Now, I'm not the nigga that's just gonna come through and give you head and dip.
Well, me not personally, but I said I'm with that empowerment of like.
Okay, yes. Shout out to the empowerment of a woman doing that. But right, as a player myself, and especially as a young, early 20s, late teens player, I was not an advocate of those activities, especially them activities being recorded, and especially it only be a one-way, only one recipient. Now, right. I'm cool with giving you the top, giving you the licky, the you know what I'm saying, giving you the what's it called, the fellatio.
Cunnilingus.
There you go. Pause. I'm cool with giving you the cunnilingus, but I need the fellatio. And I might need my fellatio before I give you the lingus. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. You know what I'm saying? And shit. But I'm a man of my word. I trust myself, and I'm gonna try to get this top before I go down on you. But this do you
think 69 is overrated or underrated?
Now, when you in your I would say it's rated right. It's rated right.
Okay, that's a good answer.
It's rated right. Because when you really trying to when you really in your bag and you really, it could be popping. It can be popping. You can do it. I don't know niggas that just getting into it on a Tuesday night, but I'm sure people doing it. So I think a 69 is cool. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It might be a little bit overrated. Especially once you do it, you're like, man, this is it. Especially if shorty be losing her concentration, or I might lose my concentration. You know what I'm saying? That takes a high level of giving for me to be giving as good as I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, if she start hitting the spot or start hitting the motion, I might slow up on my motion. And then it's really just head one way. It ain't even really a 69. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I done heard multiple stories about girls, once you start licking, they just stop throwing. You need to keep your motion going like I'm keeping my motion.
Yeah, it's a hard multitask thing.
Yes. That's why they just keep it simple. You go, I go. You know what I'm saying? We go in between breaks, sessions, whatever. No, but like I said, this Tyrese scenario reminds me of that, and it's a bad taste in my mouth on it. Because I remember girls using niggas for head and sending them off. And I was like, yo, that's some player shit for a woman, but as a young man, I was always trying to win. And it didn't seem like winning for me to throw the neck, for me to give the lingus and then the dip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't feel like I won in that scenario. I feel like she used me.
Yeah.
And players don't get used.
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So would a player allow this to happen, or would a player not?
A player wouldn't allow his business to hit the internet. That's the overarching answer.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where he can look a certain way. He's not comfortable with the presentation of himself on the internet. So that's my answer. But if a player wants to shave his lady's vagina, player can shave his lady's vagina. It ain't nothing. That's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tyrese. What was more interesting, there was following video of like Jamie Foxx won, I guess, an Academy Award for Soul. Right? He was at Tyrese's house for the Academy Awards. Tyrese was still wearing the same clothes he was wearing during the pussy shaving.
See, the internet. That's what the internet good for. It was like, this nigga got the same shirt on. So he ate pussy the same night that he was at the fucking... See, that's what you need to listen. Like I said before, keep your home movies at home. Shit. I don't want to see it. Listen, I like my porn stars. I don't like to know my porn stars. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know their day to day. I want to when she posts her OnlyFans video and it leaks, I want to watch it. But I don't want to see her going shopping. I don't want to see her celebrating her kid's birthday. I just want to see her twerk on camera. You know what I'm saying?
If I want to do that. I'm thinking about that. Like, if I want to see my favorite porn star live a regular life.
No, I don't want to see your regular life.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care enough.
I don't. I care about that ass. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
Make sure you make sure you're taking care, you keeping your body right, so that ass moves at the same rate of speed and the same RPM that it moves at, that it's been moving at. That's it.
Yeah.
Take care of your body. I don't care about your kid's 10th birthday. I don't care about, and it always throws me off when like a little internet, like especially a sex worker will like put their kid in between their posts, like you sucking a dildo on this post, then you're walking down to the park with your kids, and then you're putting baby oil on your butt in the neck. What? You need to separate that. I think you
need to have a separate Instagram or Twitter.
I don't want to see baby oil, your baby, and dildo. That shouldn't be the order of the post.
Yeah, that's
separation of church and state for a reason.
Good point.
Thank you. Tyrese, you get a pass, but don't let it happen again.
We'll talk. I wanna next week, because I got things to do, so I need to run. But next week, your homework is to watch the Dr. Umar interview on the Breakfast Club, because he's a big. We are big fans of Dr. Umar and the message he preaches, and what he does. So we could have a thorough conversation next week. But as we wrap up, thank you. As we wrap up, I want to say thank you for the listeners for tuning in to another episode of Model Talks. It's a safe place for keeping it play, where we keep it kosher every time, all the time. I want to say subscribe to our YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, all the good places where you can find us, because we everywhere. Remember to subscribe, rate, review. Please review. I want to know how we can get better. You know what I'm saying? When we get better, when you tell us to get better, we get better. We create better content, and it's a better experience for everyone. And Terry, you have any last words, anything like that? Any announcements, or where you'll be at in the next couple of days?
Nah, but if you guys are in Richmond, Wednesday nights at Soul Food Sunday. I'm blanking on the spot. Tuesday nights there's an open mic. Sunday Soul Food Kitchen. Wednesday night Sunday Soul Food Kitchen. Thursday nights at 6335 over Jenk Road. It's a club. Open mic. Come out, show love, drink. It's a good vibe. And also, there might be some of your favorite comedians pop up there. I've been to multiple shows there, and I will be frequenting those spots for a while now. So if you fuck with me, if you fuck with comedy, it's a lot of funny people out there. Y'all should come fall through.
Word. And my tip, like I said earlier, I got an internet series coming out for DTR. My artist guy, I haven't come up with the name yet, but it's in the works. We got a couple albums dropping out. If you're in the North Carolina area, my man son is the reigning champion for the Apollo series here. He'll be performing again next Thursday. You know, he come out. He always a show. He's a show. That boy is gifted with his singing and his talented. So come out and show love for him.
Yeah, please do that. And let me get that right. So Wednesdays, it's Sunday. God damn, what the fuck? Sunday service soul food. Thank you. Each and every Wednesday, and Thursday nights it is. I said it right. 6335. Each and every Thursday.
Yeah. Word. Well, toast. You know, I got my cup with the. You know, this is how you know drinks really hit. Do you have any of these cups? The red cups with the straw. Get it from the Dollar Tree.
It's a kitty cup.
Drinks always hit like that.
Well, I hope you're enjoying it.
I will. I am. And I will. But again, thank you for listening and tuning in for us next week. And remember, on the path to Playdom, there are 3 rules to success. Stay true to yourself. Stay true to the code. Stay dangerous, man. It's another week of Miles Talks, man. We'll check out next week, man. Peace.
Whoa.